Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? This is Cremo. In this video, I want to really dig into laziness and demotivation, why it's here in the first place, how it affects us energetically, and what to do about it when it is here. Alright guys, picture this. You wake up in the morning, super dope day, bright outside, everything is good. You go over to your kitchen, grab a cup of coffee, or you go out for a little bit of a jog and you get all that energy, right? You're just feeling good. You're just getting that daily energy in. You come back home because you want to get down to business. You want to get down to work. And whatever it is that you got to do, let's say you got a business that you're trying to start up, right? And you're ready to get to work, but right in that moment, that feeling just comes up of smack. I'm just not in the mood for this. I mean, we've all felt that, right? We've all felt that. So why is that even there in the first place? Honestly, I mean, one thing that I really feel about laziness is just that it makes you feel like there's no point to whatever it is that you're doing, right? If you're starting a business, school, whatever it is, it makes you feel like there's no point to it, like there's no reason to do it, like there's no real benefit you're gonna get from it. It's like that feeling of we're ready to do something, but we're not doing it. So all that energy that we've just accumulated from the moment we woke up to an hour later after we finished our daily morning chores is just gone. It's just dissipated. And the more we're in that sort of mindset of I don't want to do anything, I don't feel like doing anything, it's just more of that energy that we have within us is just goes away. Our mind always makes up a billion different excuses as to why we can or can't do something. And the moment we sit down and try to want to do that one thing that we want to do and we don't do it, then all that goodness energy, that positive energy that we accumulated just goes away. And what are we left with after a while? I mean, from my experience, I can say that I just felt really dull. Honestly, just really like inert. When I was going through it, I gotta say I was going through it all 5 years that I did in college, plus maybe an extra 2 after college. And it really, really sucked, honestly. I was very aware of the fact that I was lazy and that I wasn't doing work. And it really just felt really whack to be doing it. So I just decided I just needed a change. I decided that I needed to get up out of that because I felt like the more I was going to do that, the more time that was going to be taken out of my life. And we only have a limited time on this planet, right? We have like 80 years, 100 years if we eat good, live healthy, and keep our body fresh, right? Keep our mental fresh. 100 years, sure, maybe an extra 100, maybe more than 100, right? But realistically, we have only so much time in our 20s. We have only so much time as a teenager in our 30s. And so once we keep wasting sort of that time, once I wasted that time for myself, I just realized after a few years of that it just wasn't good. I mean, there's no other way to say it. I could list a bunch of reasons down, but we all know it, right? We all have our own experience with laziness. So I guess the question that really came up in my mind as well was, well, how do I get up out of it? Because I've tried everything, trust me guys. I've tried getting rid of technology for a few weeks and just going hard at working. And you know, just all these things come up, right? All these things we can try come up. And I felt like the one thing that worked for me was that I got up out of my comfort zone, the place where I lived. I used to live with my parents during college, especially because college was like 20 minutes away too. And what worked for me was getting up out of college, moving into my own apartment, and really just feeling that fire. Like, if I don't make anything out of myself, no one else is gonna make that out of me. The first thing that I felt really helped me, as I said, I've been meditating every day for the past 10 years, close to 10 years, is meditation. Meditation, yoga, breath work, a lot of that stuff increased my energy up. It increased the way how positive I felt during the day. It increased my clarity. It increased my focus. Before I meditated, I used to have just very minimal focus when I used to be doing work, or just minimal clarity in my own mind about where I wanted to go with my work, what I wanted to say, anything. And once I had started meditating after all of those years, it just really helped with a lot of that, so that the stress I felt was just so much less. And then when you feel less stress, I feel like stress, anger, negative emotions is the only thing that's kind of blocking the positive emotions, right? You might be having a very positive day, but if you have a whack conversation with someone and you feel angry at them, then that's blocking our positivity, right? So meditation really helped with laziness because it gave that positivity, it gave that clarity. A second thing is, I feel what's really important is to have a positive environment around you. Because if you are sort of in an environment where things aren't very great and where you're not feeling great about where you're living or anything like that, it can really start to affect us negatively. And then when we're not feeling great, when we're working on the things that we're working on, then our focus on it decreases, right? If we're living in a space that we don't want to be in, then we just don't want to be there, and nothing flows and the energy just doesn't flow. So I'd say the environment is really important as well. Making sure you're in a positive environment, making sure in your room that you have the cool things set up that you want. The third thing, I think, and maybe this is something that I always feel is something that we have to set for ourselves at the very beginning before we even start any of our endeavors, which is to set our own goals. And I know it sounds so cliche, I know it's been so done, but I really feel like that's just so important, and that just holds literally everything together. I feel like it's very important to clearly define your goal, not just I want to start a fashion business, but where do we want to start that fashion business in? What specific niche of what we're trying to create what is that? Right? So I feel like it's very important to define the goal long term and also short term as well. On a daily basis, how are we going to commit whatever amount of time that we can commit on a daily basis towards our goal? How can we do that? And when can we do that? I feel laziness and demotivation are just a product of our environment and our own mindsets, right? If we're not in a great environment, move away from there. Meditation really, really helps. And just defining our own goals. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, just let me know what you think in the comments below. Give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button, because you can see your boy next week again, in the same video. You can hang out with me one-on-one, kicking it. And yeah, hit the notification bell as well. So stay up, guys. Peace. See you guys in the next video.